All right. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the call. We're really excited that you joined Alex and I tonight to learn a little bit more about Wine Shop at Home and see if it's a great fit for you. If you are on the call and you haven't already, put in, I'd love to see in the chat where you live and then also who invited you to take a look, and also if you are a current consultant. So what we're going to do tonight is Alex and I. Alex is our wonderful winemaker, and he's going to share with details with you tonight. We're going to kind of go back and forth. He'll introduce himself too, but he's been here. How long have you been here now, Alex? 15 years?
In March, that would be 14 years. So yeah,
14 years in March. Hey, I'll be 8 years in March. So we both started in March, just different years. So again, we're excited to share information with you, and hopefully this answers the questions that you have if you are um, looking at becoming a consultant. So please, you can come off mute and ask questions. Alex and I will also open it up again at the end, and then also you can put your questions in the chat, and we'll be watching that too. So let's dive in. All right, so first let's talk about who we are and our story. So Wine Shop at Home was actually founded in 1999, and we're headquartered in Napa Valley, which is awesome. Our winery is owned by the Frederick family. They live out of Dallas, Texas, and they actually have a long history in direct sales going all the way back even to the 70s. So we have some experts in the direct sales part of it, including myself. I've been in the industry for over 22 years. I started with company long ago, 22 years ago, and built a very large organization. And then I've been working on the corporate side of direct sales and also did another company and was in the field as well. So I walked in your shoes, I purchased a kit, I built an organization, and I'm passionate about helping and developing consultants. So you have great acts, of course, skill set on the direct sales side. We also have the skill on the wine side, which we'll talk a little bit more about. But you will find that as you are learning a little bit more about Wine Shop at Home, that we offer really a unique, I think, direct sales company in terms of that direct to consumer wine and really people sharing in the experience of those in-home wine tastings. And people love having wine directly shipped to their door. So it makes it convenient. They find what they love, and then you're helping them find that wine that they love, and then it just goes right to their door. So it's like magic just showing up, and they can even choose to have it come every single month on auto ship. And we'll talk about different ways you can even work your wine business. There isn't just one way, which is really nice. So we're celebrating 25 years. As I said, we started in 1999. The company initially started as 1-800 Wine Shop, which means it was just you could order online and the wine would be sent to you. And then it transitioned to the direct sales side of it, where we have consultants all over the country out there. What we say is marketing wine to customers through via wine tastings. Even, of course, since it's a consumable product, you have people that are constantly reordering as well, which is nice, right? And if you're looking at a business side of it, the consumable side, I think, is important, especially in the direct sales industry. So now we're going to shoot this over to Alex. Alex, again, is our winemaker. As he said, he's been here almost 14 years, but he's been in the business over 25 years. So, Alex, do you want to share a little bit about you? And I'll turn this part over to you.
sure. So thank you for being on the call, everyone, for tonight. Yes, so Shelley mentioned it. We are also a wine company, a direct selling company that deals in wine. Um, you know, actually, a few days ago, I was watching a show, and it's kind of a comedy show, but someone was trying to convince his friend that, you know what, if I work for a car dealership, I can sell a car, no problem. And so he tried on, and basically it turns out that, when the customer was asking, how many horsepowers, how much torque, he didn't know anything. And so the point I'm trying to make with that example is that you don't need to know about wine if you come here at Wine Shop. Um, everyone, all our veteran consultants have started, at the very bottom level, so to speak, in terms of knowledge. And over time, you gain knowledge. But the idea is that you have a team, and I'm in charge of the wine team regarding everything about wine, about blending, about what we do with the aging of the wine. Also, very important part of selling wine is pairing wine as well. And so you have resources when you join our organization that can help you out. So don't feel like you are trying to sell a pickup truck to anyone. You are here in good hands, and we can help you out. So I mentioned that, Shelley mentioned that I have over 25 years of experience working in France. Yes, I have a small little accent, as you can hear. I worked in France for many years, and I am currently, working here in Napa. I worked also in Sonoma, in Oregon as well, so gaining experience on many type of varietals that we are offering on our menu. So I turn it back to Shelley. Go ahead.
think Alex makes such an excellent point is you don't have to know everything. A lot of times you'll hear our consultants say when they first started, I knew there was red wine and I knew there was white wine. And that's all I knew. So they're really exposed. And one thing that's so fantastic about Alex is he offers a resource for you, even one-on-one time with him in terms of he does training for our new consultants once a month. And then he also does a call called Learn It Through the Grapevines for all of our consultants. So he's super accessible. So if you're ever in doubt or you have somebody that has a question about a certain wine or is a wine like this, Alex can help you, but also our consultants can help you too. So we're going to show you some resources that have been created that are able to help you guide you through and help you at those wine tastings so you don't feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know anything and how do I learn all this? Good thing is if you can read, you're in good shape and you don't have to memorize everything. So we'll talk a little bit about our wines, and I'll have Alex probably talk a little bit more about this. But one thing I love about our wines is we do have what I say a price point for everybody. We have wines in the high teens, and then sometimes we have even premium wines that can range in the 40s, 50s, 60s. Our average wine runs around $27. So you have sweet, you have bubbly, you have dry, you have red, you have white, you have a mix of everything, which is nice. So people are usually able to find something that they really love. We also mark our wines. If you've gone to wineshopathome.com or to the consultant's website that invited you tonight, you'll see that they're even labeled like sugar-free, gluten-free, low alcohol, etc. So you're able to kind of see what kind of wines we have there. Alex, you want to talk a little bit about how the wines are created, how you make them?
Yes, absolutely. We are able to source wine from everywhere. Uh, Prior to the pandemic, we were able to actually bring also foreign wines in the mix. And so we had 15-20% of wine from New Zealand, from Australia, from France, Italy, and so on and so on. After post-pandemic, we haven't been able to come back with that. So currently on our menu, you will find exclusively wine from California. I think there is still one, I think, from Spain, but otherwise it's mainly from California. And the idea here, as Shelley mentioned, is that you can make wine with many different techniques, winemaking technique, like we call, and transform, a raw grape juice that we call must, and this must will go through different processes and techniques to become a sparkling wine or a sweet red or a dry red. There is plenty of opportunity and possibility to start from a varietal, from a Zinfandel, from a Cabernet, from a Muscat, and transform it into, a great wine that you can enjoy. And again, our menu has parts that are easy to explain, and I go over that during my training, so you can actually find what you like, but more importantly, what your customer like. And so over all those brands, we have close to 50 brands. We're able, month after month to release plenty of wine are available to anyone. So that's basically how it gets done.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We could have anywhere between, say, 35 and 50 wines that are on our menu at any time that range in all the different types of wine. So there's always going to be something really for everybody. So if you have your consultant show you the menu or go to the website and you can see all the different wines that we have and all the beautiful labels that we have as well. So let's talk about awards. So we will brag on Alex a little bit more here. So we have over 482 awards that we have won from both international and domestic competitions. So Alex will, I guess you just enter those wines, Alex, into the competition, and it's more like a blind kind of a tasting type of a thing, right? You want to explain how the awards work?
Yeah. So, you could trust me, you could trust Shelly, you could trust everyone. We can talk and we can explain things and you can trust us. That's okay. But what's important about what we do with those competitions is that we ship a sample, we ship a bottle of wine, and it gets tasted blind. What does it mean? That means that the people who are rating the wine do not know anything. The only thing they know is that, for example, this is a dry red or this is a sparkling wine, and that's it. They don't know any provenance, how much, if there is any residual sugar or anything. They don't know anything about that. And so we enter only those competitions. And so 480, almost 500 awards have been won based on what a sommelier, what a journalist, what other winemakers are thinking about our wine. And when I use the word sommelier, which is of course the people who are helping you at a fine dining restaurant to pair your meal with a wine, those people are literally have their thumb on the pulse, of what's going on in the marketplace. And so to be able to be recognized by those professionals, it's really important. And when you are in front of your customers talking about wine, again, you don't feel that you are by yourself because you are backed up by all that that knowledge that those sommelier and those journalists and winemaker have transferred through those awards, and you know that what you are proposing has been vetted, so to speak. So there is a lot to be proud, and there's a lot that you can recommend like that based on those awards. So that's a great accomplishment for the entire company. Yes.
Yep, on the menus there's like little medals by them, or even on the website, you're able to see which wines have won awards too. So if you want to check that out. So we're really proud of that. I know Alex is too. So we'd like to brag about that a little bit. So let's talk about some resources to help you. And we talked about how you don't have to know everything, we promise. So Alex puts together these fantastic cards. We call them Vent Notes. And on one side, it has the information about the wine. Alex does his winemaker notes, but it talks about, of course, where it's from, the varietals in it, the alcohol content, when it was released. Then like this one has gluten free. So also talks about the nose, the mouth, and then how sweet it is. This is one of my favorite features is this a sweetometer. This is on the back of every single bottle. You can see I'm going to jump you over here. On the back of every bottle, there's a QR code, but that sweetometer is on that, and that tells you how sweet or dry the wine is. I love it because I can just grab them. My in-laws were here this weekend, Alex, and my mother-in-law loves dry red. I just every bottle I flipped over, I sent her home with like a case. I have like so much dry red because I don't drink it. So I sent it home with her. But it was so easy just to find the ones that I thought that she would like. So it's pretty awesome. And these are the cards that you would read at your wine tasting. And these cards come in the sampler, which is a variety of wines that your guest or the host are going to be tasting at the wine tasting. So it just makes your life so much easier. You could literally pass these around and have your guests read them as well. You can make it super interactive. I've seen that. And then on the back of every event note, there is a pairing recipe. And then Alex works with our marketing team and they pick different recipes that will pair with the wine. So sometimes a host, if it's super simple, like a tapas or appetizer, you'll see the host will want to make them. So that's kind of fun as well. So you can have a real interactive and have even more pairings than say cheese and wine if they wanted to. And sometimes that happens. So really it's up to you and your host to kind of plan that. But the QR code is pretty cool, like I mentioned, and you can even send the bottle around the table and every guest can even scan that QR code, takes them right to the wine. And then also on the bottom, it says the vent note and they can open it up and see it. So everybody has access to this on the website as well, which is really, really nice. I love these things.
So again, if you think about being practical, if a tasting, let's say you are doing a tasting and it's an hour long and you have 5 to 6 wines, then you want to dedicate the amount of time that is necessary to meet and greet the people, to get to know your customers. And we are creating that document, as Shelley mentioned, to have quick answers. You don't need to read through pages and pages of documents. Everything is right there. The consumer, as she mentioned, can also access through the QR code. But all what you need to know about the wine, and I'm back to the knowledge part that I mentioned earlier, we are trying to help you out by giving you all that knowledge on one single piece of paper like that. So we are trying to be very practical and make your life as easy as possible.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit more about the wine tasting. So what happens is you have a host and they want to host a wine tasting and they purchase a wine tasting sampler. The sampler is $69.95 and it includes 6 full bottles of wine. I get that question a lot. They're not minis, they're full bottles. The sampler pack can actually serve up to 16 people, but the great thing, the value of the sampler can run over $150. So it's really the first perk for your host when they're hosting a tasting. I always call it a screaming deal. So really the tasting is an experience. It's about getting people together, enjoying wine, a little decompression for people to get away and just spend about an hour, hour and a half together. And you're just guiding them through the tasting, reading those cards, right? And everybody is sampling, they get 1 ounce pours. So they're having equivalent to probably a glass of wine at the tasting. But that wine is for your host. So she can save it, she can share it with her guest even after the wine tasting, after you've done the sampling part of it. But it's really just a great way to get together and virtually or in person, of course. You can do one-on-ones, however you would even like to. Sometimes couples will even maybe even just purchase a sampler and they want to do a one-on-one tasting with you virtually, which is nice. So you can really mix it up and get creative as well. So it's a really cool experience. Like I said, the nice thing is it's only about an hour, hour and a half. So you're meeting people, getting to know what they like. And if they try a wine, they're like, oh my gosh, I really like this wine. Alex talks to you about how you can help them select different wines. It's pretty simple based on how the menu is laid out. So people don't have to necessarily try every single wine on the menu to purchase it. And you'll learn that skill too through the person that welcomed you to Wine Shop at Home. So it's pretty great. If you haven't done a wine tasting yourself, I really encourage you to do one. If you just kind of, I tell people, have a decider tasting to see how that feels to you, your consultant can do that for you and help you obviously set up your own wine tasting, and you can invite your friends and family. Another cool feature we have is Wine Club. So Wine Club, this is where I talked about, they can have things delivered directly to their door every single month. We have a 2 and 4 bottle wine club and wines that if they want to do dry wines, red wines, white wines, mix of wines, whatever they want to do. I think we have 16 different selections of Wine Club that they're able to choose. And then on the first of the month, they are charged for the wine. And then usually by the 7th of the month, that wine is automatically shipped out to them. They can change it from 2 to 4 bottles. If they want sweet this month, they can change it. So they have an account where they're able to edit those options, and you as a consultant will help them as well with that. So it's a really great thing. It's basically residual income. And we have wine consultants that have hundreds of wine clubs every single month, which is super nice. And we have special perks too for our wine clubs, wine members as well. And one of those perks is even having a tasting with Alex. They can come to Napa, and I think you're going to start doing some virtual ones too for wine club members, aren't you, Alex?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep. So that's a cool perk in itself. We also have a give back program. This is America's Mighty Warriors. So this helps Gold Star families and veterans. There's an organization, it's actually out of Arizona, America's Mighty Warriors. And we have partnered with them on our Raise the Glass program. We have a full line of wine called the Glory Wine that every bottle that is sold $2 goes to America's Mighty Warriors. People are also able to do donations. We also have a wine tasting with them twice a year as well, a big virtual wine tasting, which is wonderful. And we have raised almost $1 million for America's Mighty Warriors since they have partnered with us. I want to say, was it 2016, Alex? It was right before I started.
Yeah, yeah, I think that was like close to 10 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. And then when we do those wine tastings, Alex guides everybody through those glory wines too, and we support. So you can find out more about America's Mighty Warriors. You can go to their website. You can also go to our YouTube page. We have a lot of videos, and you can learn a little bit more about that and how that was started and founded by Debbie Lee.
And what I can say as well is that the first information that you received earlier is that the Frederick family, is owns our company, but they were so moved by this, this company, they actually themselves got involved, and Stan, who is our chairman of the board and CEO, is now also heading that company. So there is really both links, both company are really very tied together, and that helps in many, many ways like that.
Pretty awesome. We have consultants too, and people join for all different reasons. I always say you can find a need and fill it, and there's probably something here that could work for you. But sometimes people join primarily because of this, and they focus on America's Mighty Warriors. So it's kind of interesting to see the ways that what they're passionate about and what drives them. So this is definitely a great and big part of our company too.
Absolutely.
So of course we are our community. So we have a great group of wine consultants all over the country that they're focused on working together and helping and supporting each other, which is awesome to see. We have consultants that work full-time or even like a side time type of a thing. So you're going to choose when you work and of course how much income you want to make, and then you can let that person know that welcomes you to Wine Shop at Home, really what your goals are, and they're going to be able to set you up and make a plan for you. So what you will find, I know, is when you join Wine Shop at Home is that you'll meet fantastic people that just want to help and support you, like I said. So just cheering everybody on, and I think that is important. That's one of the things when I joined the direct sales industry, I didn't know that would happen, and it's probably been one of the best parts. I have people I've met in the industry over 20 years ago that I'm still friends with, and so you'll see really we have a lot of men here too and women here. So I don't know if you call it a sisterhood, but you have a lot of people that just love and support each other. So I think that is one thing that you'll find when you're talking to people about their passion is the people that they're here and the people that they work with. All right, so let's just kind of bullet point different ways you can work your wine business. And I think this is important because I've talked a little bit about different areas just to, again, highlight the ways you can work your wine business. So we've already talked about no wine experience needed. So hopefully you've taken that away already. But you can do those in-home guided wine tastings. You can also do virtual tastings. These really, really peaked during COVID and so much success. We had so much success here at Wine Shop at Home during COVID, crazy enough, with the virtual wine tastings. And we still have groups of people that strictly like to just do virtual wine tastings. Although you can work it both in person and virtual, totally up to you. Also Facebook tasting, so that's just getting people together online. You can share information about the wine. You can go live, talk about the wine, post those vent notes even. So if somebody can't do a virtual or an in-home and they just want to maybe they're a customer of yours and they want to get some reorders to help them get some discounts on wine, you're absolutely able to do that. Of course, one-on-one and reorders, that consumable part of it is super important. So following up with your customers, and people will reorder. When they find something that they love, they will order cases and cases just to have them in stock at their home. We even have a program called Sip and Save, which they can get the wines that they love. There's a selection of them that they can have sent to their house every month as well at a discount. Corporate events are big as well. So this is working with either in person doing events for big groups of people. That would mean the corporation sometimes will pre-purchase wine and then you just go and you walk and talk them through the wine. We've also had corporations purchase for their entire staff that are working virtually. They'll send them like 3 bottles of wine and you can guide them through a tasting. So it really opens up some doors from the home to the corporate setting for you. Talked about wine club memberships. I did touch on that Sip and Save as well. This is also important, I think unique both to the wine and direct sales industry, is that we have new wine releases every month. So anywhere between 1 and 4 new wines, just kind of depends on the month. So people are able to be introduced to new wines every single month, which is nice. We also have a personalized wine label program. This is a seasonal program that will come back in the fall. So for holiday labels, corporate labels, people love that. Talked about your Raise Your Glass, America's Mighty Warriors already. And then another cool perk is obviously when somebody hosts a wine tasting, they can get discount bottles. So what happens is every order that is placed at a wine tasting, your host can earn a bottle for 30% off for every single order placed. But this program also expands to all of your customers. So if you have a customer, they don't even have to host, and they have their own referral link and they share that with their friend, and their friend purchases, they're going to earn a 30% off bottle as well. So these can really rack up and you can earn them yourself too. All All right, so it's just some common questions I'll touch on is how much time does it take? I think I kind of mentioned this, but this is definitely a business of flexibility that works around your life and when you want to work. We don't tell you when you have to work, but just make basically a schedule of when you want to work your business in terms of wine tastings, if you want to do virtual, if you want to do live and home, and you can just block those out and just decide if you want to work more part-time or even full-time. And like I mentioned before, we have consultants that work all different types of ways. It's totally up to you. Support. There's training guidance from your peers, of course, from myself, from Alex, from our IWC care team, and of course, the people that welcome you to Wine Shop at Home and your leader. Talked about the winemaker help and the calls he does. We already touched on that too. And now let's just bullet point kind of why wine shop, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the income potential as well. So you can represent a Napa Valley winery that's been in business for 25 years. We offer wines in every taste profile and over 50 brand labels. Our French winemaker has over 25 years of experience. We also have a Smart Start program for all of our new consultants, and you can earn over $600 in what we call wine bucks, and this is like cash for wine. You can purchase wine, business supplies, stemware, whatever you would like as you earn those. So this is what I would refer to as a training and milestone program for new consultants in their first 90 days. We have a mobile checkout for interactive ordering experience, and our website is hosted by Shopify, which you're probably familiar with. And this provides a smooth, fast, and easy ordering experience. You can also earn dream vacations. We just had some consultants wrap up a trip to Cabo, and then another group is actually going in June to Alaska. So we're always working towards some type of a trip, at least one, if not two a year. So you can actually earn those dream vacations. You give you different qualifications, and then if you achieve those, you go. There's no inventory and no quotas. The only thing that is required is there is what I call, I guess it's like a consultant fee every single month, and that is $19.95 a month, but you are not mandated to be a part of Wine Club, even though I would suggest it so you can start to get familiar with the wines, but that is basically what your quota is, I guess, is that $19.95 a month you have to do for the enrollment fee. You don't have to build a team if you don't want to. This is completely optional. I think that we talked a little bit about the love and camaraderie within the consultant. So I know one big part that a lot of them enjoy is welcoming people to Wine Shop at Home and starting to develop a team. And let's talk about how you can earn money. All right, so there's actually 6 different ways that you can earn with Wine Shop at Home. You can earn your personal sales. You actually can get paid weekly as well, which is nice on your personal sales commissions. We also have a bonus program, and you can earn up to 40% off of your personal sales every single month. There's a tiered bonus structure. There's a new customer bonus, so every new person that orders from you, you'll actually earn a customer bonus. There is for every $250 in sales that new customers order in a given month, and that could be 1 customer or 5 customers, you'll earn $25 cash as part of our compensation plan. Also, if you choose to welcome new consultants to your team, you'll earn a team and enroller bonus as well. We also have a leadership bonus pool at the upper levels of our compensation plan. And then every time you level up in the compensation plan, we also offer bonuses as well. So from wine bucks to cash. So if you're interested in actually seeing the compensation plan, connect with the person that invited you tonight, and they'll be able to show you that and walk you through it. I even have a short little video that they could probably share with you as well that just kind of highlights some of the features of it. And there also is one on our YouTube page. All right, Alex, let's talk about how to get started, and then we'll open up for questions, and we'll have Alex wrap us up. So what you're going to do, you're going to sign up directly with the person that welcomed you to Wine Shop at Home on their website. So if you have more questions, of course, feel free to ask. But if you feel like you're ready to go, just dive in. If you do not have a wine consultant, I'm going to give you my information here, and you can connect with me. And then I'll partner you with somebody that will be able to help you, especially if they're close into your area. This is the membership fee I was talking about. It's $19.95 a month, or you can prepay for a quarter, get a little discount, or a full year and get a little deeper savings as well. So after you do that enrollment fee, the system will prompt you if you would like to order an essentials pack. So these are tools that you can use at your wine tasting. This is a wine tasting guide. Everything is virtual as well. This just has a step-by-step guide to help you with the wine tasting. So it's a little bit more than the vent note cards. It just kind of helps you with the flow. If you like to add for or add wine club, you're able to do that as well during the sign up process. And then also if you are interested in getting these little mini tasting glasses, this is what they use at all those award things, right, Alex? You lose those little INAO glasses, right? So you can purchase those, but you can purchase these anytime as well. So you can just get started and you can go back, of course, to the business tools area and you can add things as you like. And we have a special going on right now. So if you sign up by February 28th, what will happen is you're eligible to earn $100 in wine bucks. So once you have your first $200 in sales, as long as you have that by March 31st, you'll get $100 in wine bucks in addition to what you may earn in the Smart Start program. So this is awesome. And this is also the person that welcomed you to Wine Shop at Home. When you qualify with that 200, they'll also get $100 in wine bucks. So if you want to start with a buddy, right, you actually can get your own when you qualify, and then when they qualify, you can get another $100 too. So it's a pretty awesome promotion that we have going on through the end of the month. And with that, this is my information here. So you can always email me at Shelley@wineshopathome.com or feel free to send me a message on Facebook. I have people do that as well, which I'm comfortable with. So if you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer those. So I'm technically a backup and support for the person that welcomed you. So they're there to help you. I'm here to help you. Alex is here to help you. Our whole team is here to help you and ask any questions that you have. All right, Alex, what do you want to add?
Well, we've got a few people live on the call tonight, and I was wondering if I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but if you have like a burning questions that you need to answer right away, we'd be happy to do so. Anyone? No? It's okay to ask questions. That's what we are here for. So
That's right.
okay, well, it's all right. So if you have any questions that come up later, as Shelley mentioned, we've got an entire team that could be working on specific topics, specific details for your business, and of course, the main resource that you have is the community of consultants that are also at your disposal. If you are successful, everybody's successful, and we are all growing together. So it's truly, it's not a cliche. It's really what's going on in our company. So thank you for considering coming to taste a few wines and talk about it. And I'm happy to help you out when I will welcome you. I have a call for some of you that are on this call. I have a call actually on Monday. And it's just a general call to general information, and I will be happy to welcome you on Monday evening.
Thanks, Alex. I know we have a couple consultants. I see Kayleen and Amy. Do you guys want to add anything? Did we forget anything? Everybody's deserting us, Alex. Everybody wants to say.
Good job. Just listening in, but good job. Thank you as always.
Thanks, Amy. You're sweet. All right. Well, with that, if there aren't any other questions or insights, we're going to let you go. Again, thank you, Alex, for joining us tonight and sharing all your knowledge. So again, we're super excited that you joined us tonight. Hopefully you decide that this is a great fit for you. And again, we're here if you need anything. So with that, everybody have a good night and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.